All right, good morning. This is DJ Powers Family Farm. So what we're doing today is we're going to do an update on the old project truck here. So I've been tracking some stuff down. The glow plugs did not work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a toggle switch to the glow plug relay. Prior to making this video, I kind of already tested it. I just grounded it off. Glow plugs, they kick on, truck fired right up. Now it's been sitting a good while, and since it's kind of tired, it's going to need glow plugs even on a hot day like today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the toggle switch and show you all kind of how to do that. Any of you guys who have these old trucks, so it's kind of a good idea anyway to put them on a switch. That way you can kind of leave them on a little longer, do whatever you have to do. Disclaimer, do this at your own risk. Obviously this isn't a factory option, and you run the risk if you forget, if you have it on a toggler instead of a push button, you could burn up your glow plugs and do some damage there. So that is my disclaimer, but I will hop to it now and kind of show you how to do it, and then let's see if it works. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do, this is the glow plug relay back here, and I've already pulled, it's difficult, that white one off there, off that post. And what we're gonna do is I've already ran wire through. Now I wouldn't use yellow because it actually is a ground, but I already had it laying around. It's an old truck, I don't really care, but I guess in theory I'd use white maybe, because this is the ground to the relay. So when you turn the key on, it gets power, and then we're going to ground it out using a switch in the cab. So I ran this through an existing hole in the firewall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wire this up, and then we'll jump in the cab and we will wire up a switch. But this is all you really have to do, is just ground this one out right here. So without further ado, let me hook that up. Okay, so we have it ran here. Come around, mind the mess in here. And now we got it ran down here. Come on, focus up here. Sorry, I'm sweating. This thing's probably all sweaty. So we got it wired down here. So now we just got to turn the key. Sure it's in neutral. Flip that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Success. Just gotta remember that's the off position, so that might have to be fiddled with. It runs good. Now there's a couple things that I didn't show you, like wiring up the switch and finding a ground inside the truck, but that should be fairly self-explanatory. It's really simple to do. There's not much. If you're kind of mechanically inclined, you should be able to figure it out. I mean, it's that white wire which I showed you, replace with your own wire, put the nut back on. I ran it through the firewall, connected to a switch on one side, and the other side you're going to ground that to a, I found a bolt on the column. There's some bolts on the firewall. You'll be able to figure that out. All you're doing is putting a switch on the ground. So that's where we're at with the project truck. Now we actually can start without me having to spray ether on it. I didn't want to have to keep spraying with ether. It's not good for it anyway. So now we got that solved. I'll be moving on to the transmission and a little bit of brake issues here in the next videos. But now the beast starts on its own, so that is good. And we'll go from there. And I have some big news as far as property goes for the farm, so stay tuned after this for that little blurb at the end of this video. But hope everyone's having a great and had a great safe holiday. Hope everyone had a great 4th of July. Hope everyone stayed safe, and I'll talk to you all soon. All right, bye. All right, how's everybody doing? DJ Powers Family Farm. We are going to look at a new property, and the stars kind of all aligned a little bit, and this property is only about 8 minutes from my house, so that itself is amazing. And it's 12 acres, so we're gonna go and take a look right now and just see if it's everything we were hoping for. It sounds like it. I've only had very brief email conversation about it with a gentleman. So we're gonna go fingers crossed that everything else works out. So as soon as I get there, I'll see if I can get some video for us. So I'll see you all in a minute.